This is Her Confidence Her Way podcast, episode 30. Are you feeling not confident? Are you telling yourself, no, you're not good enough? You know you can do more, and you know you're better than who you are right now. Well, it's not time for you to give up on who you are. Welcome to Her Confidence Her Way podcast. I am Emiko Rasmussen, a confidence building coach and a host of this podcast. Each week, I will bring you a guest or a lesson that will help you to break through your self-limiting beliefs, fears, and barriers so that you can start building your own confidence and do what you really want to do without worrying about someone else's opinion and start living a meaningful life. We all have a gifted talent that no one can copy, and we're here to let our talent shine. So don't limit yourself. Are you ready to begin your journey to your confidence breakthrough? Let's go. Today's episode is sponsored by Emmy's coaching session. I have been receiving a lot of emails from my listeners about wanting to learn how to find their gifted talent. I have a worksheet on how to find your gifted talent that you can get it for free by signing up on my newsletter. Go to my website www.theemmystyle.com to get your free worksheet. So 100% of the people who had used my worksheet and responded to my survey told me that they have found their gifted talent and they want more than just discovering it. I help you to realize your gifted talent and how to turn your talent into profitable business, or help you to use your gifted talent and how to stand out and advance your career. You are more confident when you're focusing on your strengths and using your gifted talent. If you want to learn more about my coaching session, go to my website www.theemmystyle.com and click on Work With Me tab. Hey ladies, welcome to Her Confidence Her Way podcast. I'm super excited that you're hanging out with me today. I was talking to one of the guests who came to my podcast, and she let me know that she's looking forward to listen to this podcast, and sometimes she is waiting for my episode and didn't realize that it hasn't been a week yet. So it is so nice to hear. So for those who are listening and looking for my newest episode, thank you so much. I really, really, really appreciate your support. All right, before we dive in, I wanted to share one of the testimonials, which is my client's feedback or the voice that I have received. So this one is from Now. She said, 普段自分に強みがあるのか、周りと比べて落ち込んでしまったり、自分に自信がないという壁がありましたが、コーチングを受けて今の状況を短い時間で理解してもらい、良い思考のプロセスを教えてもらいました。Thank you Now for sharing your experience about my coaching session. I really appreciate it. And I have recently actually had a follow-up with Now, and she told me that she's still working on her mindset, not to compare myself to others, and it is going well. It is so nice to hear. I'm so glad, and great job Now. And also she is finally kind of like realizing her gifted talent as well. So now you can do it. I know you're listening, and I'm here to support you. Alright, let's move on to our main topic. Today's topic is all about career and work life. I know for my podcast is all about confidence building and also personal and professional development. I really love helping people to find the job that they really, really, really love to do. So today, instead of focusing on how to find the job that you love part, I am going to talk about when to quit or when to transition your career, because that's first. That has to come first before you find your career. I have recently done a Facebook Live about 3 signs that it might be a time for you to quit a job and find a new job. So I am going to release that after I talk about this, but I kind of wanted to share a story here. So when I was 18, was I 18? Yeah, around 18, when I was in junior college, I used to work at Hard Rock Cafe. It's a restaurant. You might have heard of it because it's a big chain. And I also used to work at a hotel. So I was serving for wedding or any like dinner events. And I really loved it. It's all about people and serving, right? And then I also had an experience on working at convenience store. I also worked at the post office for just a seasonal job for the New Year's card. And let's see, I know I did more, but I know when I was a high school student, I was in a dance team, so I didn't necessarily have a lot of time. So I didn't really do a lot of part-time job when I was in high school. Okay, so then after I graduated from college, that's where I consider as more like a professional career or professional experience, experience. So while I was in college, I worked part-time at the university. I was an international student, so I couldn't get a job outside. So I had to work on campus and I was able to get a job. So I did that. And then after I graduated, I worked with this company. It is a logistics company. And then I had two different types of job with administration that is also related to logistics. Then I finally switched the job. I finally found the industry that I wanted to be in, which is the education industry or higher ed industry. So I have been in higher ed industry for over 10 years now. I had about 9 positions. It doesn't mean that I changed different companies. It could be within the same company. I had promotions and all that stuff. So, position changes that I'm counting on that. So I had 9 different positions, but it took me 9 positions to really realize what I really wanted to do. So my point is this: there are always hints somewhere about what's working for you and what is not working for you, and the job or the things that you really enjoy or motivate you or whatever. So you don't necessarily find a job that you really want to do from the get-go. Like, you don't just find it right after you graduate college. So for those who are still wondering what is the job that you really want to do, don't worry, and I'll get into this. But today I want to talk about the time to quit part. And I know so many people are feeling really stuck and not really happy with the current position or the current company. And the reason why I know is this: it's based on the Gallup. Gallup is a huge organization that they do a lot of research on engagement, employment engagement. And back in 2014, 51% of the employees are not engaged, meaning not happy, and they don't care about work. That's a lot. It shows already that many people are not happy about it. And I really want you to think about this. If you have a piece of paper, pen and a piece of paper, I want you to draw a line, and you want to write from 0, your lifespan. So it's a line, right? So you start from 0, and I'm gonna say about our life, the average of people who live is about like 80. So you want to do 80, and then I want you to block from age 18 to 65. And when you look at that line, that majority of your life you're spending for your career. Isn't it scary? So right now, if you are doing whatever you're doing and not really happy, I really want you to realize you have an option. And for those who are really happy with what you're doing, but then you know that there is something else that you really want to do, it is also for you to really consider. Because I know I say this all the time, but you only have one life, and you should really try and see. If whatever the things doesn't work, you can always go back. For example, for me, I finally realized that the industry or the job that I really wanted to do is with university. I wanted to help students. So it is like a student services. Then I did the job change. It was from logistics company to it's completely different. It's a higher education. So I started from the very bottom, right? And then I applied for several positions within the same university. I never got an opportunity. Maybe I didn't have a really good confidence for job interview, and I didn't really have a good interview skills. So I didn't really nail it, and I did not get a job. And I thought about it and then realized, well, if the company doesn't want me, if the company is not giving me a position that I can grow, I have to leave. So I left. Then I am with the current company or the university. I am about to, actually, I just hit 9 years, and I am so glad that I changed the position. At first, I was very scared because I just changed the position and I'm applying for another position. So how does that look on my resume? But because the company that I work right now, back then when I got this position, it was still growing. So I had amazing opportunities. I had so much fun. I was looking forward to go to work, and I was quickly became a leader of the team, and I got my management position as well. So I'm so glad that I told myself that I have better opportunities waiting for me, and I switched the position. And so many people, they don't even realize that they don't really like the job because they're just going for money and they do whatever, spend 8 hours, that's 40 hours a week, and then go home. And a Saturday and then Sunday, you kind of like started feeling like, oh, it's Sunday afternoon, like, oh, I gotta go back to work. And you are just letting your life to be, and you're not making a change. So I really wanted to be intentional about your current position. And I know change is scary. So many people, they don't like to make changes, and I understand that. But if you're not making any changes, nobody's gonna change the situation for you unless you take that action. Here I go again. I know I love the word action, but it's true. So I want you to think about it, and I want you to take a listen to my Facebook Live that I recently did and see if you have those 3 signs. And it's not just 3 signs, there are so many more signs. So if you need help on that area, feel free to message me. I'm very active on Facebook community. I have a free Facebook community. It is called Her Confidence Her Way, and I'm always there. And I do have a Twitter. I don't really use much. I don't actually know how to use it, so not so much on Twitter, but definitely you can message me on Facebook, or I have an email address you can send. It's theemmystyle@gmail.com. But yes, please do me a favor. If you feel like you're not happy, don't just stuck there, or don't just satisfied, or don't just settle on this is what it is and this is how far I can get. No, you can do more. You can be better, and you can do more. And we all have something. We are here for a purpose. So you're gonna have to find that, and you have to go chase it. And in order for you to do so, you have to take actions. It could be something that is not really comfortable, I know, but as long as you know your gifted talent, and you can always shift it from there too. So make sure if you haven't discovered your gifted talent, make sure to work on your gifted talent. I have a free worksheet for you. So those who haven't signed up yet, make sure you sign up for my weekly newsletter so that you can get my free worksheet to discover your gifted talent. All right, so here is my Facebook Live lesson. Here you go. Hey everyone, welcome to Her Confidence Her Way. So today I am going to talk about 3 signs that it might be time for you to leave your work, your job. Okay, so those who have been following me for a while, you may know that I just came back from vacation and I was on a cruise. The cruising ship is called Carnival Valor, and I had an amazing time. Okay, so then one thing that I noticed is this, that all the people who work on the ship, I know they are the most hardworking person. I wouldn't say in the world, but knowing their time, the shift, and they are a hard worker. So but then I just noticed that everybody is just so happy. It is very tiring because everybody has to wake up at 6 something to prepare, especially for a server at the restaurant. You know, they have to serve for breakfast and then lunch and dinner and midnight. So that's kind of crazy, right? But then like nobody's complaining, like everybody's just so happy, and I was like, wow, like these people are really enjoying their life and their work. I mean, some people might be faking, who knows? But the point is this. So I'm going to share 3 signs that it might be time for you to leave. Point number 1, or the sign number 1. The sign number 1 is not wanting to get out of the bed and not wanting to go to work. So that is one of the biggest signs for you. If every morning, every Monday, or even like Sunday, every Sunday you're already feeling like, it's Sunday, like tomorrow I have to go to work, like that is a sign. And even like at 7 a.m. or whatever the time that you wake up and like, I don't want to get out of the bed, I don't want to go to work, it's a sign that it's time for you to change your job. I bet those people who are on the ship every morning, I know they're tired, but I bet that they're like pumped up and they're waking up and they're going to work, moving up a stairs. So the sign number 2 is you are not growing your own skills anymore. So this is something that I've heard from somebody else's podcast. So if you're in the class, right, and then if you're number 1, you're top 4 in the classroom, you are most likely not going to grow your skills and knowledge or whatever, but not bad, because you're already on top, right? And then nobody else is helping you to grow more. Or if you are a runner and you're running on the same pace, and then if you're not pushing yourself, then you're not going anywhere. You are just keeping the same pace and you're not growing. You're not gonna break your records. The same thing. So at work, if you're doing whatever you are doing and then you feel like you can do more, but then your boss, the manager, and nobody is supporting you to grow your skills, grow your talent, then that's not a place for you to stay, because there are so many other companies which are investing their money and the time for you to grow and develop your skills. So you're gonna have to get out because you're just wasting your time. Okay, so then the sign number 3 is you are not using your strengths. And this is something that I have been talking about this over and over, but it's so true. Like if you are, let's say everybody who are following me, you know I'm not good at math or numbers, right? So if I were working at financial firm or like an accountant, like I know I'm not gonna good at doing this work because that's not my passion. That's not what I want to do. That's not what I'm good at. So if you're doing something and notice like I don't have an opportunity to use my strengths, then it's time for you to look for another position. Like you don't have to leave your company, but maybe a different department, or even you could, if you can talk to your manager, then you need to communicate to your boss and say, hey, these are the skills that I'm really good at. So I would like to use my skills, use my talent to help this department, help this team, and I would like to do these things. And you can always propose your some sort of a proposal to tell her, your boss, that I can do more, and I would like to do whatever things that you're really good at. So I hope these make sense. I mean, there are so many other signs that you need to catch to leave your job, but I really want you to think about the time that you're spending. If you're working like me, 9 to 5 every day, right? Oh, I wouldn't say every day, but Monday through Friday, then you're gonna have to really think, because work is work, and you're gonna have to. I mean, it's a long journey, right? And if you feel like you're stuck, you don't want to just stuck there. And the good thing is you have a control over, and you have a choice. So the best time for you to look for another opportunity is while you have a job too. This is something I've been telling my team over and over. You feel more relaxed if you are looking for a job while you have a job. So I want you to think about that. And those who are not working currently, for whatever reason that is okay. There's a reason why you're staying at home. And if you're looking for a job, or if the time is right and then you're ready to look for a job, I really want you to consider, don't just get a job just because. I want you to find a job that would help you to grow. Okay, so it's very important for you to know your strengths, know your passion, and know the company's mission and the values as well, because you don't want to work for a company and the company is doing something shady, or the company's mission is not aligned with your mission, then that's not going to work neither. So yeah, finding a job, getting a job, or doing a job is not just a job. It's not a job. It's part of your life. And you should be spending the majority of the time doing what you love, doing something with your skills that you're really good at. And so those who are kind of thinking like, it sounds like it's me, feel free to just message me and let me know. I'm here to help you, and I have a great tools that you can sign up and get it. It's a PDA. It's a tool that you can sign up for my newsletter, and you can get a PDF form, and that would help you to find your gifted talent. And gifted talent is something that everybody has. Like, we are here. I'm pretty sure you've heard this from somewhere, like somebody else's podcast or YouTube or, I don't know, TED Talk or whatever that is. But we're here for a purpose. And I've never thought about this neither. When I was younger, or even like maybe 5 years ago, I didn't even think about it. But we're here, and we're a gift. And we have a gifted talent that no one can copy. We are very unique. And just because somebody else is already doing whatever, that doesn't mean that you can't. That's just an excuse. There are so many singers out there, and there's new singers coming out, and there's a reason why, right? So it's very important for you to really understand your strengths and believe that you have a gifted talent. I know so many people are saying, I don't think I have a gifted talent. Yeah, you do. A majority of the times, you have a gifted talent, and you're using your gifted talent and you're not realizing it, because it comes natural to you. It's normal to you. It's the same thing. And somebody else had to tell me that was my gifted talent. And there was an aha moment, like, oh, I thought that this is something that everybody's just doing it. So there is a moment. I'm pretty sure you'll find that. So those who are watching my live show, thank you so much. And once again, this is going to be an episode I'm going to be releasing on my podcast. So if you happen to watch this and then you're going to be catching my podcast episode, that's great. So it's going to be another refresher for you. So thank you so much. And thank you so much for your thumbs up. I really appreciate it. And I will catch you for the next episode. Thanks. Bye. Thank you so much for spending the time with me today. Make sure to subscribe to Her Confidence, Her Way podcast and leave a review, which will help this podcast to be more visible so that other women can find this podcast easily. For free monthly newsletter, free private Her Confidence, Her Way community, and learn how you can get free weekly lesson to help you build your self-confidence, go to www.theamystyle.com. Ladies, you don't need a permission from someone else to believe yourself. Just be you, because you are amazing. Let's support each other and keep on building your confidence.